What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. That Geeky guy here, and it's been a while, but today I'm back with another video, this time talking about Katsu. So as you guys know, Outsider has introduced some really awesome ninja cards. I'm gonna be talking about them today. So there are quite a few that was introduced, and so before we actually head into the spoiler cards, most of you already know, let's take a look at an overview of the hero. So you might, if you are familiar with cards, you can just skip to the portion where I talk about the spoiler cards. So I'm gonna put a timestamp down there. You can just click on it. It doesn't matter. But for those of you who are still new to Katsu, let's take a look at his ability. So the first time an attack action card you control hits each turn, you may discard a card with cost 0. If you do, search your deck for a card with combo, banish it and shuffle. You may play this turn. So you can see that Katsu is a very combo heavy deck. So it's gonna have something called a combo starter. So any card with usually without the combo keyword that allows Katsu to start off a combo, and usually with go again. Now the card that comes after it is usually the combo card. So in order to achieve this, you either can draw into it, or more importantly, use Katsu's ability in order to search that card to create those long scary chains of attack. So that what makes Katsu special. So this is why Katsu can be scary, but he also does have some weaknesses, such as not having the right starter or the right combo cards to actually do those scary attacks. So sometimes Katsu can be a little bit inconsistent. Now with that out of the way, we can actually move into the spoiler card talk. If you want to know more about Katsu, I suggest actually looking up some of my older videos, which I'll be linking down in the description. If you want a deck list that is decent actually, which I have won some armories with and got a top 8 in the Pro Quest, you can actually check down in the comments, which I will place the link right there. Now let's go into the spoiler cards. Let's begin by going into equipment. So there's only one equipment that has been revealed so far, but I believe there's going to be more. The Mask of Many Faces. So with the cost of 1, you're going to destroy Mask of Many Faces. You're going to name a card. The next attack action card you play this turn gains that name. So you can basically play whatever attack action card, preferably with go again, and allow it to actually gain a name. Why it's useful? Because usually Katsu's attack action card depends on whatever cards that's come before that. For example, take the classic example of Surging Strike. Whelming usually depends on Whelming Gustwave usually depends on having Surging Strike as the card before, in order to gain that sweet bonus of getting the draw effect and also the go again and the bonus damage. So Mask of Many Faces is not really useful in Classic Constructor, I would say, but more to limited play. Also, this could be a better card for Benji rather than Katsu, but it is something that we have to see. Now, as is the classic mask, it has Blade Break, so not really useful for defending. You're gonna want to destroy this in order to be more on the offensive side. Next card is a Majestic, which is Dishonored. So Dishonored is a card that I'm really excited about because it is basically a finisher for the Surging Strike line. And it is also the kind of like the end combo for Descending Gustwave and also Bonds of Ancestry. So the way this works is, if Bonds of Ancestry was the last attack at this it was the last attack this combat chain, this has +2. So it doesn't really matter to have Bonds of Ancestry. It's not a must, but because it doesn't affect the second portion of this effect, where when this hits a hero, if you control a Surging Strike, Descendant Gustwave, or Bonds of Ancestry, the hero actually loses all ability for the rest of the game. So this actually affects certain hero more than the others. For example, it hurts Lexi. It's gonna hurt Olheim a bit by actually reducing his ability to block, but most likely if you take a look at the efficiency of how Olheim is blocking, they have no problem blocking this. And we have heroes such as let's say Azealia, who would like to have the opportunity to dominate again. She's gonna lose that. And then with the new heroes coming out, all these heroes, actually most of these heroes gonna rely on those talents. So it's pretty useful and all around a great card. It's a blue, it blocks for 3. What more can you ask? It's a combo card, it reacts well with breaking skills, but I think Outsider is gonna have more than that. And then we take a look at Head Leads the Tail. So when this attacks, name another card. Attack action card with that name has +1 this combat chain. So there's a few discussion going on about this. It's not a combo card, but it's a majestic. So the reason this is very good because it can actually provide another way to provide the means of having bonus damage for your crouching tigers. So usually how the Katsu deck or the cat variation of the tiger variation of Katsu works is by having Art of War and also Roar of the Tiger. Now with Head Leads the Tail in the mix, it's gonna gain actually another +1. So I foresee that of Outsiders, Katsu might be competitive, might be a competitive deck moving forward. Next, we are looking at the Bonds of Ancestry. Now, if you remember Dishonored did mention that if Bonds of Ancestry was the last attack, it has +2. So the way Bonds of Ancestry works is that it requires the last attack with Gust Wave in the name. It's gonna give a discount to the attack cost. So if it's 2, it's gonna be 0 for now. And here has Go again. So it's pretty important to have a card with Gust Wave actually be the first attack before playing Bonds. So the line is going to be something Gust Wave and then Bonds of Ancestry and finally Dishonored. So that would be another line to Katsu for Katsu players to consider in their deck. Now it blocks for 3. It's a combo card. So it's a pretty good card. I foresee having actually 3 raids in the deck. Yeah, so it comes for 4. And then we are looking at Be Like Water. So Be Like Water says when this hits, you may pay 1. If you do, choose Head Jab, Surging Strike, or Twin Twister. It's a common card, but this might be one of those sneakiest cards you can put in a Katsu deck. So imagine having a bunch of combo starters such as Surging Strike and Head Jabs, and then you have 3 copies of extra Be Like Water. Usually you want to play the red because there are better options for the blues. So the red Be Like Water, you're going to play this and then you're going to pay 1 when it hits. If your opponent doesn't respect and block this, it's going to hit, and you get the option to actually have the flexibility of choosing between different combo starters. So for example, you have a Whelming Gust Wave in your hand, you can choose Surging Strike. If you have a Open Descender, for example, for Head Jab, you can play that. And you have a Twin Twister combo line, you can play that. So this is another exciting portion of this. It actually hints towards having a Twin Twister combo line. So that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the spoilers we have so far. Hope you guys gain some information from this. I'm gonna be making more ninja videos upcoming. So it's one of my all-time favorite heroes. So we're gonna talk more about that. I also would like to explore more on Uzuri. So if you haven't watched, I believe Red Zone Rogue actually has revealed Uzuri's ability, which is quite complicated in my opinion. I'm so used to ninja, so those different heroes gonna be a bit of a time to take my head wrap around it. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. To like and subscribe. If you want, you can support me on my Patreon. I usually upload tips on playing different heroes, especially ninjas and also briars, because those are the heroes I play the most. You can actually check it out, and I'm gonna have my updated deck list over there. So do support me on Patreon, and see you guys next time. Bye.